Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gamble with Jimmy. Today's episode will be a free tutorial on Baccarat, and we're going to play a strategy. We're going to go ahead and look at the board and see kind of what the board is doing. In the beginning, I think we're just going to go ahead and start off our system with a system that I generated called Crazy 7. Now, I do have a Crazy 8 strategy that you do get with my training package. But today we'll start off with the Crazy 7, which is a really good strategy. But we can take that Crazy 7 strategy and we can make it even a 33% win rate higher that you can get with the training, okay? Because the training is going to teach you the triggers, and in the free tutorial we do not play triggers because it would be unfair for the people who get the training. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. We're going to go on player. Okay, so player loses. So what we'll do is we'll go over to banker. Oh, guess who just arrived? Sweepy is in the house. So Sweepy has just jumped up. All right, so we'll go 50 bucks on banker. Okay, player's going to get the win. Okay, so that was technically round one. Now there's two ways that you can play Crazy 7. Two ways. You either can start Crazy 7 where you have two players and then go to two bankers, but you only advance on losses. Every time that you win, it refreshes back to the beginning and you start the count over. So you either can do round one, which is 2 and 2, and then round 2 would be 1 and 1, or you can do it where you do round 1, 1 and 1, and round 2, 2 and 2. That's the way I do it, okay? All right, so player 1. So now we've got to go back to player, and this will start round number 2. So we'll do 125 because we've lost every single time. Okay, and we're going to get that win, and we're up $50. So the system would start back at player. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at what the board is doing, and it's way early to tell. There's nothing really that would signal for what you to kind of switch to. So what we want to do is we want to switch every 25% of the shoe. Analyze what's going on, make your switch. Now your switch is switching to which of the strategies that we learn in the training which strategy is going to be best for what the board is doing. So that's just kind of common sense, okay? All right, so in this particular case, we're going to start over. Every time you win, you come back to player. So we'll start back with a quarter. Now you can get a little more aggressive and start with 50. Okay, we're going to lose. So we'll go 100. We're going to lose. So we'll go 200. And we get the win. So we see the same pattern happening. If we look at this pattern, it's the exact same pattern that's going on. Okay? So in this particular spot right now, I would be very happy with playing a chop system here. Playing a chop system would be really good. So we could switch to a chop system right here. Or we can just stay what we're doing because it is working. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go back and refresh it, and we'll go with 50 again. Okay, and we're going to get that first win, and when you win, you go back and start it over again. So this time we'll bring it down to a quarter. Okay, we're going to lose. So we've got to move to banker. We'll go 50. And we're going to get that win. And we'll start it over. And this time we're going to start it over at $50. And we're going to get that win. Now the reason why that you see me sometimes doing $50 instead of 25 is because I'm in profit and I'm slowly trying to get off the table. So I'll use this particular concept to kind of increase my starting wager a little bit and try to get a little quicker of dollar amounts of money, okay? All right, now in the training, guys, you do get 3 to 4 different strategies that we play, and you also will get the money management and the bet sizing, and you'll get the tricks that I use. You'll cover a little bit of when to switch, and very importantly is you get the triggers. Okay, the triggers is what changes really. It really helps you have a much higher win rate. So that's very crucial. So you guys can go ahead to go with gamblewithjimmy.com. Gamblewithjimmy.com, and go over here to where it says training options right here. Click that and then select Baccarat, and it'll bring you to this page. It'll actually bring you to a little square image that just says Baccarat options, and then click that. Then it'll bring you to this page. And this is the one that you're going to want right here. This is called the Baccarat Total Package. This will give you everything that you need to be successful right here. So that is the one that most people get. And then I do have an extra player trigger strategy that some people like to buy as well. Okay? All right, thank you guys for letting me show you that. Let's get back to the training, to the free tutorial. And we're going to start it back with player, but we'll go back to a quarter. Okay, we're going to get another win there. And we're at 247, so we're just going to keep doing that. I got Sweepy here, guys. I know you guys haven't seen Sweepy in a while. Okay, watch out, Sweepy. Okay, so right now, player's in a winning streak, which is the reason why that the system was built with player starting as the one that you start with first, and the one that refreshes, because there's no commission on player. And player can get into long winning streaks like this, either way. All right, now, so remember what I told you that we would, when we were right here, and it was at the beginning of this first this first player, I was like, chop would be good here. Now, if I was reanalyzing this, and I'm at 25% of the shoe, which is about here, I would not play a chop system here. I would have already switched to one of our other systems, okay? I would switch right there. But we're still, I wouldn't switch from what is winning though. So don't switch if you're winning with what you're playing. So we would have another way that we could play that we would feel would be very successful here. But because we're winning, it's irrelevant. So we're going to just stick to what is working. Okay, so the momentum has changed. It finally switched over to banker. So we'll go ahead. We lost here, so we'll go here. We'll try to get our money back. Now, a lot of you guys that watch these free tutorials are like, it looks like you're just doing a martingale. That's not what we do. It does do that for the first 3, maybe 4, and then we don't do that anymore. So as you can see, we're playing the perfect strategy for this board. So there's no, that's what I love about this strategy, is because it can work on many different type of boards. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start to get really aggressive here. And we're going to start with $75. So we are prepared to go to very big bets if we need to, because what we're trying to do is get off the table. We're in profit. Now, if you don't have a bankroll built, I would recommend that you would take this $372, okay? Okay, 75. Okay, we're going to lose. So we're going to go to 150. And we're going to win. Okay, so just like that, we're at 440. So we're going to go 75. Okay, that's a tough loss, 8 to 9, but it happens. So we'll go 150. And we're going to get that win. So as you can see, we've been successful in having a lot of wins. And regardless of what this board is doing, this crazy 7 system is working. Okay, now you guys out there can, that's why I show you these free tutorials, and you can pick up my tips, but you're very limited to your knowledge of what I can teach you. So sure, you can take this, you can run to the casino, and you can be very successful with it. But if you get that training, you're going to increase your win rate by 33%. I want you to understand that, because I cannot show you that for free. You have to go to gamblewithjimmy.com and get that. Get your training, learn what I do, and that's all you need to do. There's no other ways that you need to play. Once you get that training, you're done. You don't have to worry about it no more. There is no better ways to play. You just need to play that way. You need to be very strict, and you need to follow the instructions. All right, so at this point, at the 507, I want to now chill out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to a quarter. Okay, I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 50. I'm going to win. And now I'm at 530. All right. Now what I would do in this particular scenario is I would say to myself, all right, if I go below 400, I'm going to leave. That's what I would do. Okay, we're going to lose. And we're going to lose. And now you are at that level where you either take the money, because if you don't play for money and you're following a pattern of your behavior where you're more gambling, because now you're gambling. Doesn't matter if you're a skilled player or how you're playing, you're getting to a point now where you're starting to gamble versus being a smart business person. So when somebody hands you $500, you take it. You go home and you have confidence. You pay off a bill. You use it for something fun, or you stop by the grocery store and you get your food and you're very happy about it. Okay, you don't just give it back to the casino. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this to a higher amount because I know I can. All right. So player was the last one that won. So we need to go, we're going to go 150. And we're going to get that win. And it didn't take me very long to get even higher than my highest amount. All right. So we'll go ahead and do a little more. So we'll start back with player. Now I'm going to start to get aggressive at 75 because I want to get off the table. Okay, there's a 6-6 tie. Okay, a lot of you guys also have this where you've been told after a tie, oh, I'm not going to do this one, I'm going to take this one off. I don't ever do that. I never take off after a tie. That's all put into your brain. It's got nothing to do with anything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kick it back now to a quarter. We're going to get that win, and we're at a $700 profit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get back to a quarter. I'm going to try to protect our profits here and just kind of milk it for every single dime we can get. Okay, we're going to lose. We'll go to 50. Okay, we're going to lose again, and we're at 655. That would be a perfect time to cash out. That would be a perfect time to cash out, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go to 150. Okay, we're going to get the loss. Okay, so we're going to do player again at 200. Okay, we're going to lose. We're going to go to banker for 400. We're going to get the win. Okay, we're going to start this back at 100 levels. Okay, we're going to lose. We're going to go to 200. We're going to lose. We're going to go to 300. We're going to lose. We're going to go to 600. And we're going to lose. Now, do you see what happens when you stay on the table? You see what happens? That's what can happen. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go start back with player. And we're going to start this round now at $300 each. Here we go. Okay, that's a loss. We're going to go to 600. That's a loss. We're going to just repeat the 600. Okay, we're going to tie. We're going to repeat it. Okay, we're going to lose. We got to move to this. We're going to do 600. Now what I'm going to do, because we're on this huge losing streak. Actually, this needs to be banker. We're going to go 500. Okay, we're going to get that win. Now watch what I do here, guys, okay? I'm going to go to player, and I'm going to press that win. Okay, I'm going to lose, so I got to redo it again. I'm going to go back to 500. Okay, banker gets the win. I'm going to go back to player, and I'm going to press that last win. I'm going to get that win. Okay, I'm going to press it again. Now I'm at 1,000, right? And I'm going to get that win. Okay, I'm going to go to 500. I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 500. I'm going to get the win, and I'm going to press that win. Okay, I'm going to lose. I'm going to go back to 500. I'm going to get that win, and I'm going to press that win to 1,000. And I'm going to get that win. Okay, I'm going to go to 500, and then I'm going to press that last win. And I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to banker for 500. Going to lose. I'm going to go player for 500. I'm going to press this win to 1,000. I'm going to win. Okay, I'm going to go to 500. I'm going to lose. I'm going to try to get my money back. I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 500. I'm going to win. I'm going to press that win. So you guys are getting to see a little different of way I'm playing. I'm just kind of taking over what I know that I need to do in order to get my profits back. Or first to get, like, you got to get your money back, and then you get your profits back. Okay, so there you go. So what you just got was a free little example of how I money management, how I play this game, and how I navigate this game. I didn't expect to have to play to do that because we were doing so well. But that's why you always hear me preach, get off the table when you get up money. What's so hard about that? Because when you don't, are you prepared, and do you have the bankroll, and are you willing to do what I just did? Most people can't manage the money the way that I can play the game. Most people can't do it. That's why you need the training, okay? So we just got down. We were up like $700, and we got down like $2,000. That was a $2,700 decline. But that can happen in this game, especially when you start playing for bigger money when you're trying to get off the table. It can backfire. We didn't do anything differently. There's no guarantee when you're watching me play a free tutorial where I have to play every single hand and I'm not playing any triggers that I teach you, which is why I can struggle. But even when I struggle, I know how to get it back. I'm built for that. That's what I do. So that is how you have to do it. And now what would I do? I'd immediately go back to a quarter. I would immediately go back to a quarter. And I would grind this money. And I would use my money management skills and say, as soon as I get down to $700, I'm leaving. And if you don't do that, you're going to experience problems. Okay? So we'll go ahead and end it right there at $725. We'll get it to $1,000. Let's get it to $1,000, okay? Let's get it to $1,000. That's not going to be hard for me to do. Okay, we'll go 100 here. Okay, there's a win. Okay, we're at 835. I'll start with $50 increments. There's a win. Okay, I should have done a quarter there, guys. That was foolish on my part because I had already won 50. So I always like to do that. Okay, so we're going to go back to player and we're going to go 200 here. Okay, that was a tough loss, I'm not going to lie. Okay, we're going to go 2 times here. I'm just going to go the same amount I lost because I am in profit. I don't want to get crazy, guys. I don't want to get crazy here. Okay, now we're going to start off with $75. That's a tough loss. So I'm going to go 150. I'm going to win. I'm at 802. Now I'm going to start with 75. Okay, that's a tie. Okay, that's a loss. So we'll go 150 here. I knew when I saw that 9 that was not good. So we're just going to go 200 here. Okay, we're going to get that win. Okay, we're at 777. We're going to start back with 75. All we need to get on is a little win streak and we'll be off this table. Okay, that's 852. Okay, we'll go back to 75. I should have did a quarter there, guys. Okay, I should have done a quarter. We lost $50 more than we should have. Okay, tie. Okay, now you notice I only did $75. That shoe's over. You notice I only did $75 there. That's because I'm close to my goal. Okay, so I'm going to start this with 75. Okay, I'm going to get that win. I'm at 923. I'm going to bring it down to a quarter. I'm going to lose. I'm going to go 50. I'm going to lose. I'm going to go 125. I'm going to win. I'm going to go down to a quarter. I'm going to lose. I'll go to 50. And that's all she wrote. Oh, 996. So we got one more to go. And oh, I thought we had it. Nope, not yet, folks. Not yet, folks. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, folks. $1,046. Game over. Money management at its finest, okay? So you guys do learn a lot from these free tutorials. You learn a lot from them, but you don't learn what you really need to learn. Get the Baccarat training. Go to gamblewithjimmy.com. It takes about, I would say, anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour to process your order. However, if I'm at the casino, I'll usually text you to say, hey, I'm at the casino. As soon as I get back, I'll send you your private access. Most people are okay with that. They understand. But you always will get it the same day, guys. Okay? So thank you for watching. Give me a like for the video. And go ahead and get that training. And I'll process your order. Thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed that. Good luck when you go to the casino. If you can't afford the training, guys, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. There's no obligation to do that. You can do it when you can afford to do it. You know, you can be successful with what I just showed you. But like I said, if you really are wanting to learn and to be a top-notch player where you really have all the skills that you need, go for it. Get the training. It's well worth it. Thanks for watching, guys.